I think what you seriously ought to look at is finding franchisees around the country.
Right.
Automatically with franchisees, you've appointed a salesperson that you're not paying for.
Right.
Cash flow. Make them pay to become a franchisee. Make them work for you.
Right.
Have a certain criteria before you appoint a licensee or a franchise. We call them licensees, but franchise. You know, have a set criteria for them.
Good idea. Yeah.
You know, it will give you cash flow to your business. It will give you brand awareness.
Right.
It will give you marketing and a sales force that you're not going to have to pay for.
Good idea.
I mean, a lot of it is common sense.
Yeah.
You know, you've only got to look at that map, and the demographics of the country will tell you that Aberdeen is perhaps going to have, I don't know, 10 venues in the next 6 weeks, whereas something down here could have 1,000 in the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I need to find out what the potential markets are, I suppose, in each area.
Yes, you do, and that's part of your market research. You know, there are consumer areas and there are manufacturing areas. But one thing that they've all got in common is that at some stage throughout the year, they will hold an event.
Right, yeah.
But every time a franchisee approaches you, you're going to get a licence fee off them. That they will actually pay you for the privilege of being able to go out and sell on your behalf.
Yeah.
You know, we can't cure all the ills, but what we can do is put him on the path of righteousness and in the right direction, so at least, you know, he's not going to make the same mistake again as this.
Hillary is leaving Gary to invite new franchisees to a launch of his Table Centre product. But before she does, something catches her eye.
Oh, I like it.
He's good, isn't he?
He's fabulous.
But when you look in here, you will tell me off for this lot.
Will I? OK.
Watch out for the shark and the seahorse.
Right.
Moonshine Distillery. And...
Oh, my God. Where have you got all these things from over the years?
I've just picked them up all from
eBay. I'm like that. I furnish my house like that.
I love things like that.
Do you have all this documented?
Yeah, sort of, but not...
Yeah, sort of, Gary, sort of. Yeah.
But the old stuff's really hard to document because people still book all this stuff, otherwise I'd have thrown it away.
Really?
You know, yeah. Well, maybe I
Do I
wouldn't have
believe
done.
you?
No, probably not, no.
I don't believe you for 1 second.
No, probably not. It's really hard, isn't it, when you bought it?
God, I'm glad I'm not his wife. I'd kill him.
Oh, yeah, she's not happy with me a lot of the time.
No, I bet she is.
Something else. What really terrifies me is that I don't know how good I am at business. It does worry me that I'm not going to be able to learn enough quickly enough to be able to pull it off.
Hillary leaves Gary to hit the phones. If he can find one franchisee, it'll boost his income and move his business to the next level. Hillary's golden rule of franchising is to have a strong brand before you launch. And she thinks Gary's company name, Table Centres, is dull.
Well, I thought our branding was quite good. I'd spent quite a lot of time thinking about it, but I am prepared to accept that it's maybe not as good as it could be.
What I'd like him to do is some market research. I've even said to him, you know, just go out to somebody in the street and say, what do you think of that as a name? You know, hopefully he'll prove me wrong and it is the right name. I don't think so.
Gary's got 4 days before he launches his Table Centres to potential franchisees. So, he takes Hillary's advice and hits the streets.
Looking at that, does that say anything to you?
It's a bit boring.
A bit boring, you think? Yeah, okay. Well, be brutal as you like. Don't worry about me. If you looked at that, what would you think that we did?
Tables.
Tables?
Yeah.
Would you understand what that was?
Table centres. Yeah, you make tables, don't you?
No.
Gary may not like it, but the consensus seems to side with Hillary. The name has to go.
You wouldn't have any idea what that would be?
No, you just look at that wondering what it does.
Yeah.
And guessing, to be honest.
Well, what do you think when you see that?
Table tennis.
Table tennis? What does that say to you? Boring?
Boring is a damning verdict. Even so, Gary's struggling to hear it.
The name Table Centres, I don't think we're too far away with that myself, because I think the fact that, you know, OK, it might be they think we're a table distribution place and they might think we're a table tennis company, but probably no matter what I change it to, there'll be some people that think it represents something else.
Gary's dragging his heels with the rebranding, so Hillary tries a different tack and sends him to top London agency Iconic.
Table Extravaganza, I think that might be a bit busy again. Table Theatre, yeah, I think it's good, but I just don't think it's, probably not us, I don't think.
OK. Now this is our personal favourite.
Right, OK. Yeah, Wild Tables, yeah.
Hillary summons Gary to her central London home to look at the agency's suggestions.
You want me to show you these first? See what you think.
Yeah.
Table Creations.
Don't like it.
No. Table Flair.
No.
Wow Tables.
Yes.
Ah, right, okay.
I like that. I like wow.
Yeah.
I think it says it all.
Yeah.
People come in, they see a room decorated out with your product as the centerpieces on the table. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
No,
them.
no.
Your
Yeah.
brand. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
what you franchise with.
Yeah.
With the launch event imminent, Hillary's keen to know how Gary's going to pitch his new brand to the potential franchisees.
How are you going to play this? What are you going to say to them?
Well, they're people that I sort of know in the industry anyway, which is quite good because I trust them anyway.
Are you going to be bold enough to say to them, would you be a prospective franchisee for this?
Yeah.
Would you be prepared to buy a franchise from me?
Yeah.
One of my greatest concerns is what he's just said now, that, you know, all his prospective franchisees are all his buddies. That's a no-no, an absolute no-no.
Next, Gary meets potential franchisees, but will he persuade anyone to buy into him?
You never even asked them, would you be interested? I did the job for you.
Gary's about to showcase his company, but will he get the right people to his launch?
All his prospective franchisees are all his buddies. That's a no-no.
Tonight, Gary's gone to town, setting up an event at a swanky London hotel, hoping to get committed interest.
Everybody that knows me knows when I am panicking.
Your branding of wow is fantastic now. It says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. The only thing that I'd say is I think I still need to think just for a little bit longer, ask more people, get a... Is it,
Gary,
you know,
Gary, I thought we
not
got
about
an
table
agreement.
centres, no table centres, but is wow the best choice? That's the only thing I'd say.
Personally, I think it is. I think it says everything you need it to say.
Right.
People walk in a room, wow.
The purpose of this launch is for Gary to sell franchises in his company. Can he do it?
So don't be backwards at coming forwards. You need to be a bit bullish about it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to make them feel that they're buying into their futures.
I've got you here just to have a look at my logo and just to see what you think of the logo. So don't think there is any pressure to talk about anything like this in any way, because a lot of your friends of mine, it's not about that. I wanted you here to have a look at what we do and to see you all.
Gary's bottled out. Disappointed, Hillary seizes the sales opportunity herself.
Prospectively, would you be interested in taking on a franchise?
It's not what I do.
What do you think of the concept of franchising?
It's not something that we would get involved in because we're an agency, we don't own any kit.
It just wouldn't be suitable for the sort of clients we have.
But failure has never been an option for Hillary. While Gary mingles, she gets stuck in.
I'm definitely going to be talking to him about taking a franchise. Yeah.
Where are you based?
In Southampton.
That's
probably what you want to hear, isn't it?
The old idea was that you was here to try and find franchisees.
Right.
And you'd told them, I won't ask you to sign anything, I won't ask you to do anything. You never even asked them, would you be interested? I did the job for you, love.
Right. I didn't want them to feel under any pressure to start with. I thought,
Why
let's
would
put
they
everybody
feel
at
under
ease.
pressure? They've all got mouths, they've all
Well,
got
I suppose,
ears.
yeah, right,
They could say to you, no, I'm not interested. You're wasting your time, Gary. But if you look at what we've achieved and how far we've come in a short space of time, I think we've done quite well.
In Warwick, a month after the launch, Gary's gone against all advice. He's ditched the WOW brand, going for an entirely new name and logo.
See, I reckon if there's a line around that, you could put it on a white van or on a white headed paper. Oh, it's great.
But he's taken Hillary's franchising advice to heart, and he and sister Julie recruit their first new style licensee.
It looks like the two companies working together, it could be something that could work, couldn't it?
It's a no-brainer to some degree.
My big dreams, I would love to go international with it in the end. If this works, I'd love to go to America and I'd love to go to Europe. So I've got to really go for it now.